Good day everyone, we are the Group 3 and today we will be presenting our project proposal entitled Project Sulong, Building a Healthier and Sustainable Community, Addressing Water Supply, Healthcare, and Employability. This project was developed to address the key challenges identified in Barangay Alangigan Primero, Candon City, Ilocos Sur, through sustainable and community-based interventions. Before we begin, allow me to introduce the project proponents, starting with the leader, Roan Patyag, Assistant Leader, Precious Ann Pineda, and our Secretary, Maria Lorraine Ayala, followed by our group members, Roshi May Cruz, Jim Salme de la Cruz, Jocelyn De Suyo, Liza May Pagadora, Angela Quintan, and Jan Nazarana Samana. This proposal was collaboratively prepared by the members of Group 3 under the guidance of our instructor, Professor Jose Morales. Each member contributed to the planning, research, and development of this project proposal. And for today's presentation, we will first provide an overview of the project, followed by the objectives, barangay profile, identified challenges, target beneficiaries, implementation plan, project management, project requirements, expected outcomes, and finally, our conclusion.
For our rationale, ito ay tumutukoy kung ano talaga ang ugat ng mga isyong kinakaharap ng Barangay Alangigan Primero at parang masigurong ito ay nakabatay sa tunay nilang pangangailangan, hindi sa aming assumptions. Sa pamamagitan ng pakikinayam sa barangay officials, health worker at mga residente, tatlong pangunahing isyu ang lumabas. Unang-una ay ang employment, healthcare at irrigation. Kung oobserbahin sa datos, ang trabaho ay konektado sa kinakaharap nilang isyu sa kalusugan at idagdag pa ang tamang supply ng patubig para sa magsasaka. Dahil dito, mas may kawalan pang kita at mapapaggastos at iniipit ang bumubuhay sa ating agrikultura. Ang mga natuklasan namin ay sinusuportahan din ng datos mula sa Philippine Statistics Authority at ng pag-aaral ni Nervasa na nagpapakita na kailangan pa ng mas maraming programa o baguhin ang ibang programa upang mapabuti ang kabuhayan at kalidad ng buhay ng mga komunidad.
And now for the objectives. We have the general objective first. This is to comprehensively assess the socio-economic profile, agricultural practices, health and nutrition conditions, employability challenges, and waste management systems of barangay officials, household families, and farmers in Barangay Alangigan Primero, Ilocos Sur, in order to design targeted data-driven community outreach program and interventions that directly address their primary needs. Next, the specific objectives. The assessment aims to tackle, first, socio-economic profile. It determines the demographic profile of the respondents in Barangay Alangigan Primero, Ilocos Sur in terms of name, age, sex, civil status, educational attainment, household size, primary livelihood or occupation, and estimated monthly income. Second, the agricultural assessment and livelihood. It identified the common agricultural activities, cultivated crops, and the total farm size in the community in the barangay. It also finds the specific challenges encountered by farmers, including the difficulties in obtaining farmer inputs and how these challenges impact harvest income. Third, waste management systems and irrigation. Identify current waste management practices, challenges, and the frequency of local garbage collection in the barangay. It also finds the correlation between the irrigation system or water quality and prevalent health illnesses in the community. Fourth, employability and community economics. It assesses the structure and environmental barriers that residents face in securing stable, permanent employment. Evaluate the economic and social impacts that lack of stable employment has on local families and the broader community. Fifth, child nutrition and health status. It describes the current nutritional status of children and determines the perceived root causes of child malnutrition. Lastly, sixth, community needs and intervention planning. It identified the most urgent overarching concerns and systemic problems confronting the barangay.
For the barangay profile, the Barangay Alangigan Primero of the City of Candon is a rural and agriculture-based community wherein tobacco farming is one of their income sources. That is why they are widely known as the tobacco capital of the Philippines. Aside from that, the city was rich in culture when it comes to Ilocano heritage and traditional cuisine as well. The Alangigan Primero is one of the 42 barangays in the city of Candon, wherein they are located in Ilocos Sur in Region 1, and it is estimated that the stated community was located around 111.5 feet above sea level. And based on the 2015 census data of the Philippine Atlas, the Barangay Alangingan Primero had 1,296 residents living in 292 households, and most residents belong to the 5 to 9 years age group, while the 80 years and above group had the fewest individual. So the population consisted of 28.24% young dependents, 63.58% of working age individuals, and 8.18% of senior citizens. However, according to the 2024 Census of Population conducted by the Philippine Statistics Authority, the population decreased from 1,296 in 2015 to 1,232 in 2024. The barangay or the community of Alangingan Primero have the main source of livelihood income to support their families through agriculture, and also additional employment opportunities in business and government are provided for economic support to help to improve their household income, contributing to the barangay's overall income economic stability.
Now let's talk about the challenges and issues in this proposal. Upon interviewing some of the barangay officials in Alangingan Primero, Canton City, Ilocos Sur, we identified a number of issues and challenges that the community in Alangigan deals with. The first challenge is unemployment. As the population rises, the demands for jobs also increases. According to Konsehal Conelin Garcia, numerous individuals, particularly the youth, lack jobs due to the insufficient opportunities that the community can offer. Secondly, there is a limited availability of medicine and access to medical care. It is given that Alangigan Primero is a rural area. With that being said, there is a scarcity of medications and medicational supplies. As stated by two barangay health workers, pharmacies are only available in the city. Individuals in the community are having a hard time traveling to the city just to get medical help. That being the case, they just rely on ingesting random unprescribed medication as a remedy just to relieve the pain without knowing the root cause of their illnesses. Next is the water supply system or irrigation. The dynamic system of water supply of the citizens in Alangigan depends solely on the rain. The situation is a major challenge because water supply is vital for their crops and produce. Whenever it's the dry season and there's no rain, the water volume in the deep well or pozo also decreases. The crops may be affected, which may lead to an unfruitful harvest and financial burden to everyone.
The primary beneficiaries of this community outreach project are the residents of Barangay Alangigan Primero, Canton City, Ilocos Sur, particularly those affected by the identified challenges in livelihood, healthcare, agriculture, and nutrition. The project is aimed to provide target intervention that address their priority needs and improve their overall well-being. First, farmers who experience seasonal employment and affected by the inadequate irrigation and limited water supply resulting in reduced agricultural productivity and income. Second, low-income households who have difficulty accessing healthcare services and purchasing the prescribed medicine due to financial constraint and limited availability of nearby pharmacy. Third, unemployed and underemployed residents, especially the working age population and youth who face limited employment opportunities and unstable source of income. Fourth, children, particularly those who are at risk of malnutrition and other health-related concerns and who require continuous nutritional support and regular health monitoring. Fifth, the barangay health worker and barangay official who will benefit from the strength community partnership and additional support in implementing health promotion, disease prevention, and community development program.
Good day, my name is Angela Quintan, and I was the one who
interview the few resident or few healthcare workers in the barangay. So, we have laid out a few implementation plan. First is to coordinate with the barangay healthcare workers to identify residents with health concerns and of course inform them about available healthcare services. Second, encourage residents to consult on barangay health workers immediately when experiencing symptoms instead of relying on self-medication or borrowed medications by their neighbors po. Then, third, strengthening the referral process by assisting patients who need further assessment and treatment at the City Health Office. And fourth, conduct information dissemination regarding PhilHealth, AKAP, and other healthcare assistance program available to the residents. Fifth, promote awareness on the importance of proper medication consultation and prescribed treatment. Then, lastly, we would like to advocate and improve access for essential medicine within the barangay through the coordination of local health authorities. And then we are expecting to overall improve the healthcare access. We'll be promoting earlier treatment and reduce self-medication and overall better community health.
Despite these challenges, the community continues to receive support from different sectors. The city government provides free seeds to help farmers reduce production costs. Deep wells and water pumps remain the primary water sources, while many households buy mineral water for safe drinking. Barangay officials also coordinate with the local government unit to seek long-term solutions for the community. To address these concerns, the community proposes several practical solutions. These include advocating for a sustainable irrigation system and installing solar-powered water pumps to reduce fuel and electricity expenses. Community education on water conservation and proper water management should also be conducted. Lastly, stronger collaboration among the barangay, LGU, agricultural agencies is essential for sustainable water resources development. With these interventions, the community is expected to have a more reliable and sustainable water supply for both households and agricultural use. Farmers will benefit from improved crop production and increased income. Dependence on rainfall and expensive fuels-powered pumps will gradually decrease. Ultimately, these efforts will improve food security, strengthen livelihood, and enhance the overall quality of Alangigan, Ilocos Sur.
And now let's talk about the implementation plan for employability in the community of Barangay Alangigan Primero based on the community survey conducted by Precious Ann Pineda. The Barangay Alangigan Primero is home to many residents who rely on farming, small businesses, and seasonal jobs for their livelihood. However, employment opportunities remain limited, especially for out-of-school youth, fresh graduates, and unemployed adults. Many residents also have limited access to job information, skills training, and livelihood opportunities. And some of the major concerns identify are limited employment opportunities, lack of job readiness, and employability skills, insufficient access to skills, training, and limited awareness of government employment services. As a result, unemployment and financial difficulties continue to affect many families, and while some residents leave the barangay to look for work in other places. And despite these challenges, there are existing support programs. The barangay and LGU provide occasional livelihood training, DOLE offers employment assistance, TESDA provides free technical and vocational training, and PESO conducts job fair and employment referrals. To help address this concern, we propose conducting a job seminar to teach residents on how to prepare resumes, write application letters, and perform well during interviews. We also plan to organize a career guidance and employment orientation with the barangay, DOLE, PESO, and TESDA to introduce available job opportunities and government programs. In addition, we will conduct skills enhancement workshop focusing on communication skills, work ethics, digital literacy, and financial literacy. Informational materials about TESDA training, livelihood programs, and employment assistance in Candon City will also be distributed. We will also encourage residents to participate in livelihood and entrepreneurship programs through basic businesses planning and budgeting discussions. Through these activities, we expect residents to improve their job application skills, become more aware of available government service, strengthen their employability skills, and gain more confidence in applying for jobs or starting small businesses. In the long run, this project aims to improve employment opportunities, to increase their household income, and contribute to the economic development of Barangay Alangingan Primero.
Now let's talk about the proper management entitled Building a Healthier and Sustainable Community, addressing water supply, healthcare, and employability. This program will be conducted at Barangay Alangigan Primero, Canton City, Ilocos Sur, and it is mainly intended for the residents of the barangay. The main goal of this project is to help address the three major concerns identified in the community, which are water supply, healthcare, and employability. Instead of simply identifying these problems, our program aims to provide practical solutions that the residents can apply in their daily lives. To achieve this, we will conduct health education sessions to promote disease prevention and healthy practices. We will also discuss proper water management and sanitation to encourage the safe and responsible use of water. In addition, we will provide livelihood awareness to introduce possible opportunities that can help improve the residents' source of income and overall quality of life. The success of this program will involve the cooperations of our barangay officials, barangay health workers or PHWs, faculty advisors, and also the student volunteers. Each of them will play an important role in facilitating the activities and assisting the participants throughout the program. The activities will be held at the Barangay Hall of Alangigan Primero because it is accessible to the residents and it is commonly used for the community meetings and programs. Overall, through the collaborations of the organizers in the community, we hope that this project will contribute to a healthier, more productive, and more sustainable Barangay Alangigan Primero. Thank you. And now let's go through the budget requirements for this project proposal. This table shows the estimated budget needed to implement our proposed project with a total projected cost of 17,450 pesos. Each budget item was carefully planned to ensure the project's smooth and efficient implementation. For supplies, we allocated 450 pesos for mugs that will be given as tokens of appreciation to our respondents for their participation. The largest portion of the budget is transportation, amounting to 10,000 pesos. This covers fuel and toll gate fees from the team's travel to and from the barangay throughout the implementation period. We also allocated 7,000 for food, which includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the project team over the 2-day implementation. And lastly, the venue will not require any additional expense since the barangay and the partner school have agreed to provide their facilities free of charge. This significantly reduces this overall project cost. In summary, the total estimated budget of 17,450 pesos is sufficient to cover the essential resources needed to successfully implement the project while ensuring that the available funds are used responsibly and efficiently.
In this project proposal, implementation plans regarding all the identified challenges and issues in the community in Alangigan Primero are created. Therefore, with these proposed plans, expected outcomes are formed too. In the healthcare aspect, the expected outcomes are: first, the creation of healthcare facilities and centers near the rural areas. This will help the residents seek medical assistance as early as possible in order to diagnose their illnesses at an early stage. Second, medical assistance. With the help of this assistance, individuals will stop the improper intake and usage of unprescribed medications. Moreover, it will enhance the overall well-being of the residents. In the agriculture aspect, the expected outcomes are the allocation of solar water pump. By sustaining the farmers with the right tools and equipment for their crops and harvest, this will increase the financial income and agricultural productivity. Moreover, stability, livelihood, and quality of life will be achieved. the employability aspect, the expected outcomes, or participation of government agencies. Employment programs offered by the government such as TESTA and DOLE will initiate massive job opportunities that will help the residents of Alangigan. In the long run, the offered jobs may boost the livelihood of the individuals and raise the economic status and level of the barangay.
In conclusion, our project proposal was carefully designed based on the actual needs identified in Barangay Alangigan Primero through our community assessment and interviews. The proposed interventions focus on improving access to healthcare, strengthening agricultural sustainability through better irrigation, and enhancing employability by providing residents with opportunities for skills development and employment. We believe that these initiatives supported by the barangay, local government, and partner agencies can create meaningful and long-lasting improvements in the community. More importantly, this project emphasizes community participation and collaboration, ensuring that the solutions are not only effective but also sustainable. Ultimately, our goal is to empower the residents of Barangay Alangigan Primero and contribute to a healthier, more productive, and more resilient community.
Barangay targeting, Sir Morales. Ano, tara?
Renegade by nature, child of the wild, wrestling with danger, right into the arms of the night. Fear ain't gonna save you, so run for your life. Let the moment take you right into the arms of the light.
Sinong bata ang makulit?
When thunder rolls